Hey everybody, this is our post-summit team call. We have multiple teams here, so all of us in the Goal Getters downline, Fit Warriors obviously, but then we have Jolene's team as well. Jolene, what is your team name? I don't even know.
It's Ella's Empire.
Ella's Empire, that's right. I think I did know that. And Ella's it stands for something, right? It's like
empowering, empowering, leading lives, aspiring success.
Yes, I love it. So we obviously, for those that didn't go to Summit, you're going to hear a lot of just, I think, excitement right now. And then we're going to do some tip tags, possibly another call with more info. But we're all just home from Summit and just inspired and excited and emotional and all the feelings. And, you know, like when we go away on these trips with each other, like there's a difference between the Success Club trip and Summit, but like Summit is a time to learn. You are on all day, literally from like 6 a.m. until like 3 in the morning, possibly. That was Saturday, like legit. Workout was at 6 a.m. and we were out until 3 in the morning, some of us. So you can imagine how some of us might be feeling. And it's not even like from drinking till 3 a.m., but just being out and mentally being with people. For me, I kept saying, I love being with my family. I loved being with everybody at Summit, but I cannot wait to get home. It's crazy how I'm so used to being alone now that like it's mentally draining to be with so many people. I didn't know I was an introvert until I like started working from home. But I think overall with Summit for me this year, and I was not emotional at Summit. Lindsay will share how she was because she was our emotional one this weekend. But I feel like I'm going to get emotional now a little bit because I have the similar feelings that Lindsay will be sharing later. Is like 2 years ago, I walked that stage for hitting 2-star. And this year was still just up in the stands, wasn't on that floor, wasn't walking across that stage, wasn't being recognized. And it's not all about that. Like, that's not what this business is all about. But it kind of makes you kick yourself in the ass and be like, what are you doing? What do you really want to do with this business? And some of you might be feeling that. Some of you might be feeling stagnant or stuck, or, you know, you may be stuck at Emerald for a long time. You may not be able to, you feel like you can't get to Emerald. You feel like you are stuck at Diamond. Some of our coaches have been stuck at Diamond for 2 years, you know, like, and at some point every year at Summit, you sit there. And I've said it every year, I'm going to be 5-star elite this year. And it never happens. And it's like, what? Why not? And Lindsay is definitely going to talk a little bit about that later. But it's, for me, and I think we're all just going to get real and raw with you guys tonight, because this is the real deal. You know, like, we are a strong team. We've been told by other people that, like, we don't have a team like yours. But like, why aren't we growing? You know, like, we love on each other hard. We share a lot of stuff, but like, why aren't we all growing? And I think it's because I'm not hitting bigger goals. Sorry. Oh, Sheila, sorry, I just heard myself on echo over here because Sheila just turned the team call on her phone.
That won't work. I was trying to do it on my, sorry. Okay.
So what was I saying? Oh, I mean, if I've been hearing this a lot over the last month, not just at Summit, but if I'm only hitting Success Club 5, then all of you are hitting half of what I'm hitting. Like, you know, not all of you, but your downline is going to do only half of what you do. So if I'm pushing for a certain goal, you're going to do at least half of that. So if I need to push more, I need to do more in order to lead, because in order to lead, it's just about doing and you following that, right? Like, I'm not telling you what to do. Your upline coach, and I'm just speaking as an I situation right now, but your upline coach is not there to pull you along. I mean, we definitely are there to encourage you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to help motivate you, because you can really only motivate yourself, to share the information, to, to support you, to answer your questions. But at the end of the day, we're not responsible. And I hope this isn't coming across bad, but like, I've had to continuously tell myself that I'm not responsible for other people. And this is not just in this business, but in my own life too, right? Like, I'm not responsible for other people's feelings, thoughts, actions. Like, you can only be responsible for yourself. And I heard a couple times this weekend, just in different conversations, that my upline coach doesn't do this. And I'm not speaking even about our team, but just in general, talking to other coaches and other teams. Well, my upline coach doesn't do this, so I'm not successful, right? I mean, and part of it is true, but the other part of it is because what I said before, like, if I'm not doing like if I'm not hitting the goals that you might want to hit, most people aren't going to surpass. I mean, there are plenty that will, but there's some people that need to kind of be led through, right? But at the same time, your upline coach is not responsible for your success either. I hope that's making sense. Like, there's kind of both sides to it. So I think that was a big thing that, like, I just kept reflecting on, and I kept hearing and kind of talking with people about, is just that responsibility for others. I'm responsible for myself. The big reason why I haven't set big goals is because I'm scared that I'm not going to hit them. Because I've set them and I haven't hit them. But I haven't hit them because I'm scared. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but I know I need to set those big goals. And I know that Lindsay had a big reflection on that, and she's going to share a lot about setting goals. And I think she's probably thinking and listening to this, thinking the same thing as me. Because I know we talked about, she was just having some fear too. I watched her story today, but it's like, the only reason you don't hit your goals is fear. And we need to kick fear in the fucking face and seriously, fear is the only thing that's holding any of us back. And there's no reason to fear. We have an amazing opportunity, actually, responsibility. So in one of our sessions, it was not the opportunity. This is not an opportunity for this. It's not an opportunity we're sharing. We have a responsibility to share this with people. We live in a world that is broken and so unhealthy and so sad and so negative, and it's hard. And for me, I always feel like, I said this today to a couple of my girlfriends that I was out to lunch with. I said, I feel like I'm an anomaly all the time, and that is one big thing that holds me back, is because I feel like I'm the only freaking person in my life, besides all of you, that is like so optimistic and so positive and all this. And it's freaking hard to be that person all the time, because other people, we've had friends, looking at my sister had a friend reach out to her yesterday, and Sheila was the positive one, because that's just who we are, like, telling her, like, this is, all you can do is think good thoughts, and you're responsible for you, and all of these things. And she was like, you just don't understand. That's not what I want to hear. And I'm like, and it's hard. It's like, but that's what you need. Yes. And I told Sheila, I said, you need to support her and tell her you deserve better. It's a husband thing. But like, still, it's just like, it's hard to sometimes be that positive person. But we are the light. Like, we're the light. We have to shine together. We are the fireflies that light up together, which that is from a whole presentation that we heard, is that if you know anything about fireflies, one firefly lights at a time, because that's how they mate. And take out the phone lights. Everyone take out your phone light. And so, but he said there was one research that he found that, like, there was one time that all these fireflies lit up together. And he was like, you guys are the light. You can all shine bright together. There isn't just one of you that has to shine bright. So we all just need to keep lighting the world with the positivity, even when it's hard, even when the people in your life may not accept it, even when you're not getting the likes, you're not getting the comments, you're not getting the messages back, you're not, right? Like, there's other people then, just keep giving it. Just keep sharing, keep loving on people, keep supporting people, keep sharing information, sharing positivity, sharing this responsibility that we have to help people not only with their health and fitness, but with their life. We have so many different ways that we can help people. You can help them with their fitness. You can help them with their nutrition. You can help them with their financial goals. You can help them with their mindset around not just food, not just to be mindset, but in any area. Mindset has always been a top priority of mine because it changes everything, right? So, what else? I don't know. I think I'm gonna let Jolene take over, and I may have more to share, but those were some of my like big things right now. Like there was tons of training, right? But I think overall, those were the things that like stuck out to me and are in the forefront of my mind without having reflected yet or done anything else. I haven't read through my notes or anything, but like, that's just, I need to push harder. I need to set big goals, and I need to not be scared to push for them. Because I want that for me, for us, I should say. It's not even for me. I want that for us, right? Like, if Lindsay hits 5-star, 9-star, 10-star, that's us. That's not Lindsay hitting it, right? If I hit 5-star, 10-star, whatever, that's us hitting it, not me, right? So I think if we can all just lean on each other more, level up. I think last year we all tried to split off and do all these things by ourselves, and it may have bit us in the ass. So let's level up together, push together, use each other. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's one thing for me is like, I feel like I should know all of it because I've been in the business for 5 years, but it's like, no, I shouldn't. I can ask you guys questions because you may run a group different than I do. We all have different strengths and different ways that we do things. So we need to lean on each other and help each other just see that this business is about working together, working smarter, not harder. So I'm going to stop rambling. Jolene's going to go on. Want me to unmute you? You got it.
I got it. Hey guys, what's up? I feel like I am in the same boat as Lindsay and Amanda. I don't before the recording started. For some of you were on. I've been gone since like the 8th of June, and like just got home yesterday for the first time since then. And my family's here, so if you just saw me stand up, I'm not in my underwear. I have my bikini on, and because my family is here, and my sister's like, "This is family time," like. She's quoting a Matilda movie, but so they're like all just juicing for my attention. It's just funny. So it's like I have not yet had the time to process either. And I feel like coming off of Summit, if you guys were there, if you weren't, or if you're still riding the high from everybody that was there, it's totally normal. Sometimes you need to take a couple of days to just step the heck back and evaluate and assess and reflect. Like I get the chills right now because it's true. It's all of a sudden the emotions will hit you, and they have not yet hit me yet. And I have a feeling probably tomorrow that will happen because it's just a lot. Like today, just being back, my husband had to take my car because he has a flat tire. My dad is in the hospital, and I just found that out just getting home. And then they're here. So it's just like there's so many things going on, but I'm also super uber grateful for this opportunity and what it has done for my life and for those around me, because I wouldn't just have the ability for it to be Monday and just to pick up and do what I want to do, get my workout done when I woke up, and then be able to go to the hospital, because I would have used to have to go right back to work. And I don't know about you guys, but that's the one thing. If you don't want anything else out of this business, do it for your growth of yourself, number one, because nobody can ever take that away from you. Once you have those skills, once you have that knowledge, it can't be taken away. And number two, just for the time that it provides you to be with your family and to do the things that you want to do, especially in the times that are hard, right? So keep that in mind. So a couple takeaways, like I said, I've yet to kind of process my stuff too, but this is going to kind of tie into what Amanda said too with not having any, like, your fear and like what gets in your own way. And one big thing was, I'm sorry, they're out there like crazy. But one big thing was affirmations. And then the second thing was having a plan. So first I'm just going to go through affirmations really quickly. And then we'll go into the plan, okay? Having that plan. So with affirmations, they're huge. And if I can reflect on one thing in my business that I know that I'm not good at now, and this is the other thing, this is a little tough love tip in there too, like Amanda, we're not trying to be harsh, but we want you to understand that you are the only person responsible for your business, you and you alone. You are not alone. No, okay? So know that, like, you're never alone, right? But this business is yours and you are responsible. So in the last year and a half, or well, almost 2 years now, since I stepped away from nursing and started doing this full time, my grandpa had just passed away, but I was allowed that time to be with him before that happened. But then I kind of went into like a lull and I was depressed and I just took it really hard. And so I never once blamed anybody else for my business not growing. I never blamed anyone else for things not happening in my business, goals that I had set that I had fallen short of, right? I didn't blame anybody else because I knew if my upline Christina would have said, well, what have you been doing? I didn't even deserve a phone call with her. I didn't even deserve a phone call with her because I hadn't already done the things that somebody had asked me to do. And I'll tell you right now, tough love right here, okay? And then we'll go back to singing, okay? But do not ask for your upline's time if you haven't already done the things that they've asked you to do, which for us in this group includes a business activity tracker. And I'm not saying don't ask for help if you don't know what to do, but if you're just not simply doing it and you're thinking, okay, well, I just don't know what's wrong with my business. Well, we can't help you, you guys. We can't help you if we don't know where you're falling short. Is it in your invites? Is it in your follow-ups? Is it in your posting? Is it creating content? Is it adding to your network? That's what that business activity tracker, that's what doing that does, is helps us. It helps you to track and it helps us to see that. So first of all, that was just my tough love. But so going into affirmations, yeah, they talked about that. What would you say if you're close at you? Yeah, so true. And there were times like I knew I did not deserve to be on a call with Christina, and I knew that. So I was like, just get out of your own way, get over your bullshit, and right, and go to work doing the things you know what to do. And if you don't know what else to do, then do the vital behaviors. Those are 4 things you can do automatically right there that nobody needs to tell you to do, because right, we know how to do those. So affirmations, it's huge. And that, back to my point, affirmations and personal development are the 2 things that I don't know why, like I've done it, but I haven't done it like I did it in the beginning. And I don't know why. And I think honestly, deep down, it's because of a fear of failure. And I don't know why I feel like if I'm not going to do it, then I shouldn't do it at all. And I was just kind of lost. You keep opening my door, I'm going to put you on the video. Poke it out. And get
Very
out.
appropriate.
And
Is
so
that work talk?
it is. So doing affirmations and personal development is something that I know hands down moving forward will be a non-negotiable for me. And you speak it into existence. So my affirmation is funny. So I made out my goals already at one point in time. And so like, if you don't know what an affirmation is, I love Post-its, by the way. And if you don't own a big Post-it, then you should get one, because these are thebomb.com. Okay. So here on one side, like I wrote out, right, my affirmation. So you say ask, believe, receive. It's true. Like ask, believe, receive. So there's some things like, Lord, I trust you with all I got. What do you want for my life? So I'm asking, like, whether it's the universe, whoever it is, it's going to be the affirmations that are you putting out into existence. Because you guys, I'll tell you, when it comes to goal setting, and I have my goals on the other side, there is not a single goal that I have achieved in this business that I have not wrote down first. Okay. So it's the power of putting things to pen and paper to you, right? And say like, I don't know what to do. How can I share this business? The thing that I always tell them is we have something amazing to offer these people. Because why? How do we know this? Because it's changed my life. And sometimes I forget that. And I think, oh, well, I'm not as relatable anymore, or those kinds of things, right? So I think that when take it back to what you first said as a coach and how your coach helped you, and what would your brand new coach need to hear you say to them? Because they need that belief. They need that belief that they can do it first before anybody else can. Like, you're going to be that belief in them before they even think they can. Who on this call right now has belief in themselves because somebody believed in them first? I'm going to raise my hand real high. Almost every single person on this call. So what does that tell you? That's the number one thing we need to be doing with ourselves. We need to be breathing belief into ourselves, but not only ourselves, into other people before they even see it. And that starts with remembering, like, this business has literally changed my life. Like, this is probably where I could start having my meltdown. I'm going to try to keep it together. But it has. Like, this business has changed our life, my life, in every single possible aspect it possibly can. Spiritually, financially, physically, mentally, development-wise, every single aspect of my life has been touched because this business came into it. So why the hell am I afraid to open my mouth about it? Right? Why are we afraid of that? I mean, freaking men, right? Like, that's just kind of how I feel. And so after one of the trainings at Summit, I went live on my page and I just said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done hiding behind somebody who I think is going to be making fun of me or be fearful of what somebody else is saying, because I have something to offer people. And that's what I said. If you're coming, I'm going. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to be here. And I'm going to keep doing these things. And so if you don't like it, then stop following my page, because you're not my person. But if you are, come along on this ride with me, because I have something amazing to offer you. I have something, just come in and take a look at it and see what it is, because I'm tired of being worried that this isn't legit, but it's legit, you guys. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary. And I think that was the biggest thing. So when I was at the hospital today, you know what my dad said to me? He says, so you're still doing that pyramid scheme thing? Not even kidding. Not even kidding. And I said, Dad, you just don't know what I do. And he goes, well, so how's nursing going? I said, well, I kind of stepped away from that 2 years ago. And he goes, to do that pyramid scheme thing? And I'm like, yeah. And I also paid off my house last year. I haven't seen my dad in a couple of years. Our relationship is on the mend now, thank God, right? And he was like, oh, so you're making enough money to do that kind of stuff. Yes, I am. So even though the people around you, the people that love you, the people that are supposed to believe in you, you don't have it, right? Not all the time. So stop letting every other person dictate what you're doing in your life, even if it's your husband, your wife, your kids, your parents, whatever, right? Just put your head down, put your blinders on, and spend the next 6 months of this business kicking some major ass and hitting some major goals, right? Okay, so that's affirmations, personal beliefs, speaking belief into other people. Can I get an amen? Yes, like, we're doing the damn thing. Okay, so having a plan. Carl Deichler spoke about this. And this is one thing that if you guys are going to have a lot of takeaways, hopefully, from this. But this, too, is having a plan. And I don't mean just a plan for this week. That's great. But I want you to get out pen to paper and spend some time in your business, you guys. This does not just fall into your lap. Like I said, the biggest thing I could say is that every single goal we hit has been hit because I wrote it down first and foremost, with pen to paper, not just in my notes section. I didn't type it. I wrote it down pen to paper, and I wrote it multiple times over and over again. So I had a plan. You have to have a plan. That includes goals, but it also includes mapping out. So we're in June. We're getting ready to go in July, the next 6 months of this business, right? So you need to look at what's coming. And Carl made a good point. He was talking about creating your schedule. And if you have to, go to Staples, and this is a write-off, or print it off, like the next 6 months in blocks, and block out what it's going to be. And I know that we like, Lindsay makes a cute little team calendar, and I did that for my team, and I make a little calendar so we know. But you guys, it's not our responsibility, and it's not you to wait on us to have that calendar. You need to have it mapped out, because guess what's coming? End of summer's coming, back to school, Labor Day, then we have Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas. Now is the time. Now. Just put all this in place. You need to know what free groups you're going to be doing. You want to think, and don't be overwhelmed by this, but just kind of have a pen to paper or pencil plan so that you know what's going on. Lift 4 is coming, and then there's going to be Transform 20 is coming and the pumpkin spice Shakeology, and you're going to miss the damn boat. People are going to be waving from afar like this, like, why didn't I get the pumpkin spice? Everybody who loves pumpkin, right? I don't care about pumpkin, but for those people who do, if you don't care about pumpkin, know that everybody else does. You're missing the boat and a bigger paycheck, right? Just saying, it's going to sell out. It's going to sell out probably in one day. That's my projection. I don't know what Amanda and Lindsay thinks, but I guarantee they said it's first come, first serve. It'll be gone, I think, within 24, 48 hours. But so look at that. Look at July, look at August, look at September, October, November, December, you guys, okay? And start putting into place the things that you want to do. And it's something that you want to do, not waiting for whatever Lindsay's free group is, which may be great, and that's awesome if you want to pair up, but maybe ask within your group and say, let's do something different. Let's do something that you want to talk about, that you're passionate about, right? So think about that and have that plan. Lift 4 is coming. Oh, the Shift Shop, that was the other one. Transform 20, the Shakeology, and just know what you're doing. Has anybody thought about that, or does anybody already do that? I kind of feel like I would have such a sense of relief knowing that I know what's coming. Like I just had one of my coaches message me, so what's next? What should I be inviting to? And she's newer, and so I understand that, but that's what we have to set ourselves up for, is to know what's already coming next. And it's not like, okay, Lift 4 is coming out in 3 weeks now. We have about like 2.5 weeks, I guess. So the idea is not to wait until July 15th and then be like, okay, who wants to go do Lift 4 tomorrow? That, proper planning prevents poor performance. I'll go into my P's again, right? Write that down. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Adopt it, ingrain it, tattoo it, whatever you got to do. Because if you set yourself up for that, it's going to make a huge total difference having that plan. Okay. So, and then one thing I just wanted to tie into to what Amanda said, and I'll turn it over to Lindsay, is that she talks about fear, and we talk about just us being our own ways. And the whole time I heard a lot of the people talking, it was again a reminder that it does not matter, you guys, whether you are a 15-star coach or $1 million earner or a brand new coach or anything like that. It doesn't matter where you are. You still have insecurities and you still have self-limiting beliefs that are in your way. And so I want you to look at that as like something that makes you feel better, because we're all on the same page, right? We all have those things no matter where you are. We all have to get up the same way. It's just like getting up and inviting, and we all do things that we don't like to do, regardless if you're new. And it doesn't always come easier just because you've been doing it longer, right? We may have a little more finesse or a few more skills, but we still get in our own way when it comes to certain things and fears and fear of success. Like, I think sometimes that's one of my biggest things, is to be successful, because then other people are going to judge me for that. And I have a hard time not being liked by everybody. So yeah. I don't know if that resonates with you, but hopefully it does. So I think that affirmations and having a plan is huge. So if you didn't have a to-do list already, one thing I like to do when we do calls, we should have said this in the beginning, but anytime you start to listen to a call, like from here on out, or when you're going to a training or doing anything, is be listening to the call and taking notes, but then also have an action list or a to-do list. So my little action items are going to be that you write down some affirmations. It doesn't have to be many. It can be a few. Like maybe some of the ones I used, maybe something specific that you need to do. Like if you have a negative body image, it's going to be something that you need to turn around. Sit down and think about all those nasty thoughts that come in your head and write them down. Then you can create the affirmation, the positive one, to negate the negative one, if that makes sense. So take some time to do that. And then just kind of look at and create a plan for the next 6 months of your business, right? And look at that, and maybe even break it down into a month or two, and then put it on your schedule to do that again for the following 2 months, so on and so forth. So you know what's coming, what you're doing, so that you're setting yourself up for success. And okay, let me read the questions real quick. Yeah, so Devin says, I'm starting with my day with 3 affirmations or unique things I'm grateful for now, although I wasn't before Summit either. So yeah, and it's, the thing is, you guys, it's never too late to start doing it. Decide tonight. Like, I loved the text idea that they gave too. If you weren't there, they said each day, start your day with texting somebody and just telling them that you're grateful for them, and texting them, calling them, emailing them, whatever it's going to be. Because it when you're positive and when you're happy, it makes for such a better day, right? So, so start doing that if you're not already. Yes, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I know it's been almost a year since we applied for the Financial Freedom Award through Beachbody. It's awesome. My husband thinks I'm part of a pyramid scheme too. Where's Sarah at? Raise your hand, Sarah. Yeah, right. I have this really funny cartoon that I'll send and I'll post in the group because I didn't get a chance to show it to him earlier, but I was like, I'm going to show you this cartoon and then you're going to feel really stupid afterwards because it's like, so it's these like two little characters. It's really cheesy, but it 100% delivers the point of how pyramid schemes are not what this is. Danielle's Natoni's dad did not know her business until she made a million cups. I do it for you. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't know that about her. I thought he knew everything about, because he is her biggest fan. That's too funny. Okay, so that's too funny. All right, so I think, okay, Lindsay's here. Yay, she made it home from the game. All right, so we're going to turn over to Lindsay. She's going to be talking about goal settings and a big aha moment for herself during Summit as well. Take it away, sister.
Hi, everybody. You are going to feel a completely different energy from me tonight. Okay? I'm warning you. I've been sitting here for the last 5 to 10 minutes listening and just praying that I have the right words to say to you guys, that you can truly understand the simpleness yet depth of what we're saying to you, but more, especially, I need to leave the room. Normally I can deal with the kids fussing in the background, but I need to really be clear right now. So, I have been a coach for 5 years and I have never had a summit like this one. I cried pretty much the whole time. And when I say cry, I don't mean tears. I mean, in every single seminar, there was a point where I couldn't breathe. And, I probably, if you've never been to Summit and if you're a new coach, then you're probably like, why do I want to do this business then? Why would I want to do something where eventually it breaks me down like that? And I want to tell you that just wait till the end of this. I went to Summit needing a change and praying for a big aha moment, and I definitely got more than I bargained for because I realized that I felt the whole time, I felt so little. And I have to tell you something. I'm very proud. I'm a proud person. I'm confident. I know what I want. I know I can do it. I believe in myself. I believe in our team. I'm 100% proud. And I went there and every single seminar I sat in, I became less and less proud. I became more open. I felt like, honestly, and I said this to Amanda and Rob while we were there, I felt like my soul was like being exposed and it hurt really bad. And the reason it hurt was because I had to face the facts that I was doing something wrong. And it's probably the one thing that's going to change Katie Johnson's business. It's probably the one thing that's going to change Bree and Spruha. It's probably the one thing that I feel so much responsibility, even though I can't, even though your upline's not responsible. It's the one thing that I felt so responsible about because for some reason I haven't been doing it. And in that one, I feel like it's the most important thing. Every speaker that I sat there listening to said the same thing, and I've heard it a million times. That's the stupidest thing, is that I've heard it a million times, but I'm proud and I'm confident and I do all the things. Therefore, I don't need to do it, is what I had in my head. So I listened to all these speakers and I couldn't understand why I was hurting so bad until the last day I could finally verbalize it to Rob. And I was like, this is the best summit I've ever been to. And he's like, did you drink tequila for breakfast? And I'm like, yes, but no, I'm kidding. I'm like, no, but this is the best summit I've ever been to because it literally opened me up. I do all the things, and I need all of you to understand right now that I work very, very hard. I don't work 1 hour a day. When I only can work 1 hour a day, I do, but I work more than that because this is my job. 2.5 years in, I stepped away and I was able to do this full time. And I have a freaking baseball Gators shirt on. I don't feel like myself, so don't worry about it. But I just had to address that because I'm looking at myself like a weirdo right now. So anyway, 2.5 years, I was able to leave with a 6-figure earning income. Do you know how many times I've shared that story? It's kind of like when I first started and I lost my first 40 pounds after having Owen. What if that was the only story I still had to share? Does that make sense? It hurts. And I never thought it hurt because I told myself for so long that didn't matter, because I was still changing lives and I was still home with my kids, and that's why I'm doing this. But I realized that that was my goal from before, and I wrote that goal down and I went for it with everything, and I put my blinders on and I didn't compare myself to anybody, and I hit it. And I hit it in 2.5 years, and I was proud, and I stayed there and I held on to it. And that's what I've been proud of for 2.5 years. I've never dreamed bigger. I've never wrote another goal down. Ever. Because if I never stop, I'll only be successful. How many times have I said that? I want to smack my face. If I just do at something every single day, then I have no option but to win. That's true. But when you can sit and summit at 5 years and you realize at the end of it, when I told Rob this is the best summit I ever realized, it's because I finally realized why I was crying all weekend. Because I didn't want to be in that chair. I wanted to be on the stage. I wanted to be on the stage. I want to be on the morning wake-up call. That shit matters to me. That matters to me. And I say it doesn't matter because I don't want you guys to feel the pressure to grow your businesses, because that's how we get there together. And I don't want you to think it's about me. So I don't tell you that that matters to me, but it does a lot. I want that because I know that I can be there and because I know you guys can. So I don't say that though, and I don't say it out loud, and I never have, because I'm scared that it's not going to happen. So if I don't say it, then I never have to say that I failed. But sitting in those seminars time after time again, I'm like, that's supposed to be me. I'm supposed to be up there. I know I belong up there because I love the stage and I'm confident and I know I'm good at it. Okay, I'm not good at everything. For instance, I'm not the best wife, and I know that. I'm working on it, all right? But I am really good at that. And I deserve to be up there, not to represent me, but to represent us, like Amanda said earlier. And that's what I want. And I never wrote it down because of all these fears that I had, not just as if I could hit it, if we could get there, but also I didn't want to put that added pressure on you, right? Because I thought that I was doing you guys a favor. And in the end, what I realized is that I really just gave all of us a huge crutch. I really just gave all of us the excuse to say it's okay. And it's not, because you guys want that too. Maybe you don't want to be on stage. Maybe you'd poop your pants, whatever. Sometimes I do too. No, I'm kidding. It does clear you out right before, doesn't it, Jolene? But maybe it's something else, right? What is it that you want? Really, what is it that you want? You don't just want to help people. How many people do you want to help? Or is it that you want to help a person enough that they win the $100,000? Is that what you want? Then write it down and find the person that you can boldly go up to them and say, we're going to win you $100,000 and we're going to change your life. And I'm going to help you every step of the way. And that's something to be proud of. Because at the end of the day, you guys, every year I've been so proud until year 5 when I sat there and I realized that this isn't good enough for me anymore. It just isn't. We're better than this. And the only thing that we're doing wrong, you can do all the things, but if you have no idea where you're going, who cares if you're doing all the things? It's like putting a blindfold on, spinning in a circle 10 times and throwing a dart. Wherever you land, you're going to land. You didn't write down where you wanted to go. You didn't put the bullseye up there. Why the hell would you hit it? You're not going to. You have got to set that goal. And it was really hard for me to hear that until Micah Folson said, everybody spoke right to me, you guys. Like every 10 seconds, I'm like, Amanda, she's ripping my soul out. Until Micah Folson said, you guys, goals are not set to be reached. So why do you think that? We do not set goals to reach them. They're not meant to be reached each time. A goal is meant to stretch you. You're supposed to get to the end. And if you don't hit the goal, that's okay. But did you stretch enough to try? And you have to be okay with the process. Everybody, even who was it? Somebody said, Melanie Mitro, she did awesome. She really has opened up and grown so much in the last couple of years. But she said, it's about the journey. If you're not enjoying the journey, and if you're not, it's about that. You have to be proud of that too, not just where you land, And so for me, it's like, I'm trying to think of the best way to deliver this. And I kind of lost my train of thought. You have to write a goal, and you have to write a time frame, and you have to be okay with the fact that you may not hit it. And if you may not hit it, that doesn't define you. What defines you is that you didn't set it in the first place. And that's what hurt for me, is that if I'm not setting goals, then I'm not really like, yes, I want that stuff, but I'm not going to, if I didn't even set it, that's what's defining me. Not if I'm going for it and I didn't hit it. That doesn't mean anything. That means I get to try again. But if I'm not even setting it, how am I trying? And it was really hard for me to accept that and understand it. And it took all weekend for me to really get the message I was supposed to receive. But when it finally hit me, I was so happy because I figured out what I'm doing wrong. I work hard. I work hard and I work a lot. But I'm working for all the things. I'm not working for this bullseye here. How am I going to get there if I'm not even working towards that? I'm just working in a direction. So how can I be mad when I'm not even going, when I haven't said the direction I'm going, so who cares which way I go, right? So your goals, you guys, are so important. It's 5 years in, and I've only ever written down one goal. And that's the goal I hit. And it was very meaningful. But where I'm at now, I need to write them down again. And then from there, I need to go for them. I need to tell you guys what they are. You guys need to tell me what your goals are. The only way we're going to do it is not by checking off your freaking business activity tracker. It's not. You have to do it, but you have to do it with intention, right? There are seasons. There are seasons in this business where you're recruiting more. There's seasons in this business where you're focusing on maybe your retention more, on your self-growth, on your leaders. You are going to go through seasons of the business. You cannot treat every single season the same. And that's really what I came away with. So it was just extremely emotional. And so I want to tell you a little bit that you might not know what your goal is right now. You might just be like, I just want to start making some money. I just want to make $100. It's so stupid, you guys, because you're going to hear me say something that you've heard a million times, and maybe it'll get through to you tonight and maybe it won't, but someday it will, because that's just what happened to me. I'd even tell other people to set goals, and I've never written a goal down in 2.5 years. So that's cool. But, and then I just forgot what I was going to tell you. See, I'm like, so you guys, my brain is not normal. I am not normal, Lindsay, right now. But basically you need to figure out your goal, but you need to figure out why it matters to you. Why does it matter? And does hitting Success Club, what does that mean to you? Like, really, you just want to hit Success Club. Okay, but why? What is that going to take you? Where is hitting Success Club going to take you? That's a stepping stone to the next goal, right? Where is it going? Where's your goal after that? Why does Success Club matter? Because to just say you want to hit Success Club isn't enough sometimes. And that's for me, who's big business building, right? Maybe that's not for you if this is more of a hobby or whatever. But I'm going to tell you that all of you really do care about something. All of you really do want to reach a certain goal. And all of you are scared when I say, what's your goal? You're all going to think of what it actually is, and you're going to dumb it down, because you're scared to actually say what it is. And I want to challenge you to actually say what it frickin' is. Because if you don't, then you're going to be sitting in the chairs 4 years from now, upset because you never told yourself that's what you wanted, and you feel like you're not where you belong. Okay? You have got to write it down, and you've got to dream big. And it matters. And if you're sitting there like, well, I'm just doing this for fun, and I never really want to leave my job, which is great. I never did either. I totally get it. And that's fine if you never do. But if you're thinking of that, there is something that matters though. Because you're doing this for a reason. Is it the community? Is it because this feels good and it's fun? Do you want to share this with other people? Because what would that mean to you? There is a deeper why. There's a bigger something. And you just have to figure out what that is. And I just want to tell you to please do it now, because if you wait until you're 5 years in and then you finally realize it, it feels like someone just stuck a dagger in your heart. And if you're a proud Ruby like me, it hurts really, really bad. But I'm grateful that it happened, because I get to share it with you guys. And it's important for you guys to see that we go through the same things and the struggles as you guys do as new coaches, as seasoned coaches, as emerald coaches, as diamond coaches, right? And here's the thing. If you guys realize this too, I don't want you to write down diamond. I don't want you to write down star diamond. That's not what matters. Maybe it's because you want to walk across a stage at Summit. That's why you want to be diamond. But diamond and star diamond, that isn't what matters. I don't want to help people reach diamond rank because they're diamond. I want to help them reach diamond rank because they're building downlines, because they're changing their lives, because they're changing other people's lives in the way that mine has been changed. And because of that, I want to be able to speak about it on stage. That is the goal. Right? It's not diamond. It's not star diamond. It's not superstar diamond. Maybe it is, but what's the bigger picture? And because if you don't have a bigger picture, then you're just going to keep flip-flopping through your business activity tracker, and maybe you're going to be successful, but at some point you're going to feel like you're not enough. When you are, I'm enough. I'm successful. I'm happy. I love our team. Our team is amazing, right? But there's an emptiness because of a goal that I never even admitted to myself. And I don't want that to happen to you. Okay? So you're going to be hearing a lot about goals, like in your face all the time, because you know what? That's what's going to push you. Do you guys want to know why other teams move so quickly? And oh my gosh, this girl went diamond in 9 weeks. She went whatever in this. And she just jumped from 1 star to 10 star. Now she's on the morning wake up call. She just lost this. She just whatever. It's because they write these goals down. And they get emotionally attached to them, and they give them a time limit, and they figure out what the most important things are to get to that. They need to do all the things. However, these 2 things are the most. Like for instance, for me right now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I need to recruit big time. I need to find more of us. It's the best thing I can do for our team. The more energy, the new faces. It's awesome when we get new, exciting people ready to go in here. But I'm sitting here waiting for them to come to me. I'm inviting, but I'm talking to the same people a lot. I need to go out and actually do hard things. Right? I know that's what I need to do. So that's just what I need to do anyway. I want to give you guys some tips, just really quick, some tips that I wrote down as I was looking at how to really set good goals, because apparently I'm really not good at that. And so I wanted to know, like, how am I going to set these goals? And so these are the top things for setting good goals. Okay, so there's 10 tips. And I don't want to get any further into it than this, because I want you guys to spend like a good week or so really thinking about this and writing it down and figuring this out. And I want to get on another call where we can all just discuss it. Like whoever wants to be involved in this, not everyone wants to, that's fine, but where we can all discuss it in like an open thing, talk about our goals, talk about how we can get there and really work together to get there. So the first thing is it needs to be specific. And we just talked about that. It needs to be specific. You have to set the specific goal, where it should happen, when it should happen, what you want to accomplish, what you need to do to get there, and why you want to achieve it. You have to set a very, very specific goal. If you set a vague goal, you're going to have a vague business, right? If you just kind of sort of set the goal, you're going to kind of sort of get there. It's not going to fulfill you. You need to set the goal with intention, and you need to intentionally work for it. Number 2, it needs to be measurable. When you're on the right track, it'll motivate you to take action. So what would it be like you need to be measurable? What did I write down here? So the important question you should be asking yourself, okay, how will I know when I've achieved my goal? So it can't be like our challengers, I just want to lose some weight and tone up. But how will you know when you got there? When you lost 1 pound, you're going to be happy? No, I really want to lose 20 pounds. Great. This is measurable. No, I really want to go down a pant size. Great. This is measurable. You can use this with your challengers too, and you absolutely should. Okay. So measurable goal, attainable. It has to be realistic. You're not going to hit diamond in a week. Maybe some of you are because you're super close, but you're not going to enroll 9 Rockstar coaches in a week. It takes one. You're going to find in every 10 people you recruit, one really is going to do something with the business, because you attract so many different types of people, and that's just how the numbers work. So don't let that intimidate you. Let that motivate you. Okay, you need to set an attainable goal, though. You need to be able to know that this is possible, but it has to be able to stretch you. Number 4, it has to be realistic. If you set an unrealistic goal, it's going to discourage you from taking action or even taking the first step. So it's kind of similar to the attainable. But basically, I put down, if you want to run a marathon, an unrealistic goal might be to prepare for a marathon in 2 weeks, right? You need more time to prepare for that. So it needs to be attainable, it needs to be reachable, and it needs to be realistic. Number 5, it needs to be timely. You have got to set a deadline. And you can't let that deadline scare you. You have to let it motivate you, and you have to work intentionally towards it. Number 6, so that's all the stuff that we know. All of you guys have probably heard about that before. This is a little bit more. You guys need to have a role model. There has to be somebody that you're able to look at and see that they're similar to you. And I don't want you to compare yourself to coaches, but they're similar to you. They're doing something like you would like to do it. And you can model yourself in your way, though, in your voice after what they're doing to help you gain your traction. Okay. So let's see. You can even talk to them. Like, this is actually huge. You could reach out to them. Deborah did this with Melissa McAllister with the IF, and it was brilliant. You ask them, like, how did you do this? Listen to them, learn from what they did. Take some of the same steps if it makes sense to you, change the other ones if it doesn't. But if you're looking to go in a certain direction and there's someone that did it and they're like you, pick their brain and learn from them. Model, you have to have a model. You have to know how to get there. Just because I do something one way, Jolene, Amanda, whoever does something one way, it may not be the way that it's going to work for you. We have different goals. We have different dreams. We have different ways that we're talking. We have different things we're going for. Number 7, you have to visualize it. If you don't visualize it every day, it becomes less and less real. It becomes more and more out of reach. You have to wake up and visualize it every day so that you know all day long, like, this is what I'm going for. This is what I'm going to have. One of my favorite things that Stacy said the other day, and Annie said this too. I don't know which one. They both said something about the universe, but a little bit different. But they said, was it Annie? Somebody said that when she wakes up and she's like, hello, universe, and she's open to everything the universe wants to give her that day, messages come out really great. People come to her and start talking to her, like, everything just naturally happens. But when she wakes up and she doesn't have that visualization of, like, everything going well and where she wants to go, and she's kind of in a funk and whatever, it's like everything goes downhill that day. And I forget, Stacy said something about the universe while we were in Summit too. I forget exactly what it was, but that's true. That's part of that visualization and just getting up and being like, okay, this is where I'm going. I know it. I have what it takes. I'm attracting people to me like this. And today is going to be great because this is where I'm going. And you start to see things so differently. So visualization is a huge one. Imagine your goals as already being accomplished. Sometimes we get a little bit down. You really need to imagine your goals as they're already being accomplished. You guys, there's a picture I just posted of the 5 of us. Annie, Spruha, Stacy, Devin, and myself. And we went out to dinner the last day, and we were sitting on the bench outside the restaurant. And Devin said, let's take a picture of how it's going to feel when we do it, when we get there. And when we do it and we get there was all different in our heads. But in that moment, we all totally freaked out in whatever way felt good to us. And Stacy's husband took the picture, and it's all real and amazing. And that felt so good. And you got to allow yourself to do that. You got to allow yourself to feel how it's going to feel to get there too, because it makes it more exciting. It makes the journey more exciting. It makes it more real. Number 8 is affirm. So exactly what Jolene was saying. You have to say those affirmations. I'm going to tell you, that's something else I don't do. because I don't need it. No, I'm kidding. I do, but I just get caught up in the hustle of everything else. So that's something else I need to do, affirmations. I used to think it was so silly, and I know that they work. I need to be more with that. But then number 9 is releasing doubts. Most people are great at talking negatively to themselves all day long. That's really sad, right? So there's a lot of common talk that Jolene was just saying. I'm not good enough. I'll never amount to anything. I'm not worthy of $100,000 per year. I'm not good with money. I'm never going to have it. I don't know how to save. Why do bad things always happen to me? I'm never going to know how to overcome these objections. These conversations are hard for me to have. I'm scared of inviting. What if they tell me no? They're never going to join me. They'd rather join her. Do any of those sound familiar? Those are stupid. Stupid, right? Get them out of your head. You guys have to talk to yourself like if I came to you and said that, what would you say to me? Lindsay, that's ridiculous. You're amazing. So many people would want to follow you. So many people would want to join you. You have a different story than everyone else. You can do everything that all of those people are doing. You're worthy of doing that. You're capable of doing that, right? That's what you'd tell me. So you have to tell yourself that too. Release the doubts. And in all of that, number 10 is believe in yourself. That was the whole big thing at Summit, was believing in yourself, you guys. And you have to. If you don't believe in yourself, your spouse isn't going to believe in what you're doing either. And let's just take it to your friends, your family, and then it ripples back to you. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to take action. There are other ones from that, but that's kind of where I stopped, just so that everyone else knows. So taking action, is a huge one. You can't just visualize and you can't just affirm. You have to take action in what you got to do. The other ones there is meditation, brainstorm, be open, read, listen, and learn, have determination, have a positive attitude, be okay with not being perfect, have a passion. Okay, so all of those are in there as well, but those that I just told you I thought were the most important. So this is something I'm going in on, all in, because there's no way I'm sitting in the seats next year. I'm not sitting there. Last year, our team hit Premier and I didn't go to Summit. So it was a little bit hard too, because the year before that, we all worked so hard and I could have been up there walking the stage. But even now I realize that it happened that way because I don't even just want to walk the stage. I want to pour into other people like they pour into us. I want our team to be represented up there. I want you guys to be doing that if that's what you want to do. And I want to be able to lead from the front. And so I felt like I fell short. I had a weekend that literally pulled my soul inside out. And I left very tired, but with a clear mind and direction of what's next for me. So I'm going to do that goal setting. And I'm going to set up a call next week at whatever time pops into my head. I'm sorry, I wish I could ask for your opinions, but I'm probably just going to set it. And whoever can get on and do this, that's what we need to do. And we need to revisit those goals and we need to push and work together. So sorry, I went a little over 8 o'clock. But that's all I have. So let me see if there's any. Oh, Evelyn, thanks. I was just sitting here like, Evelyn thinks I'm intense. No, I'm kidding. I'm so glad that you're here too. We have to get on a call one-on-one. Mirror work. I'm writing that down, Amanda. Oliver's literally downstairs going, ah, to Rob because he wants to come up here and Rob won't let him. It's a moment, that photo. Absolutely. Somebody said one time, Arnaud, and this is the last thing I'll say, Arnaud, I forget how to say his last name, but he actually said to me one day, he said, this was when I was working to quit my job actually and make enough money. And he said to me, why do you want to do this? And I said, because I want to be home for my kids and I want to be there for my family. He goes, so every day when you wake up and you're too tired and you're too scared to send that invite and this and that, I want you to look at those kids. I want you to look at them and tell them, it's just not worth it. And I was like, oh, I could never. And he's like, then that's what you have to think of to help push you. But anyway, I don't know why I just thought of that, but guess I wanted to share. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to add or say? I know that we're probably going to go ahead and cut it after this, not be too much longer because we kept everyone long. But does anybody have anything that they wanted to add on or say? Question. I'm reading Stacy's thing right now. 3-star diamond next year's summit. I want my sister. Oh, I want my mom to be on a team call. Yes, Stacy, that is a goal, my friend. That is how you write that. Love it. Okay. Did Amanda, Jolene, did you guys have anything?
No, I don't have anything else. You're amazing. I love
You're muted, Amanda. I can't hear you.
Oh, I just unmuted it. Is it still not doing it?
Yes. I just saw it. Here you go, Natalie.
Natalie, oh my God, would that be not amazing?
I'm ready for you. Let's do it.
Yay.
Amanda, I still can't hear you. Did you say anything?
I did, but I don't know why it's not working.
Okay, I think I'm the one frozen here.
Can anyone hear me? Oh. Well, thank you, Taylor. No, I was just saying that you're amazing, Lindsay, and I love you. And I love how raw and real you were sharing and being. Can you hear it? That's so weird. She can't hear me. Well, you're going to have to listen to the recording. Everyone else can hear me but you, Lindsay. Yes, let's do the damn thing, everybody. Love you. We will talk soon. Can we get a picture? No. Want to take a picture? Smile. Okay. Love you guys. See you soon. She's still writing. Bye. She'll